Alright, hello all, welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video here. So we are continuing on taking a look at Rainbow, specifically Rainbow God Vegeta here, right? And I will say, so far, and obviously, I have to go with a friend build every time, and it actually took a couple of resets to get this one. I'm hoping that it does not fight me if we lose. But we're going to be jumping into the Gammas, right? I have already jumped into Bio Broly with Rainbow God Vegeta, and it is just like, he is so considerably better at Rainbow, right? As opposed to 55%, right? I was pretty much... In fact, I don't think I died to Bio Broly a single time from God Vegeta. Now, the thing is, we do have type advantage there, right? So... well, that is good to see, because it is a pretty big super. The Gamma stage, I was, like, so surprised when I initially jumped into this. I was getting stun locked, okay? Gamma 2 was absolutely destroying Vegeta, which, to some... I did expect it somewhat, right? Super AGL, but it was just, like, so rough at 55%. Right, so we're jumping in here. We'll see. Hopefully I can actually get past the first part of the fight now. But again, we'll have to see what happens. And I am also trying out Toamira, right? Now that I have put the dupe in them, get their sort of hidden potential and the equips and everything. They're looking quite a bit better as well. But we'll have to see how this ends up working out. Hopefully I can actually get past Gamma 2 this time. But either way, let's just jump in here. We'll see what happens. And hopefully what happens is God Vegeta looking very good. Although I will say, like, this is... come on, man. See, this is really annoying. Because my opening rotation RNG is really awful. But again, as I just said, I had to reset like 10 different times. Yep. To get our Rainbow God Vegeta before. Let's do this. Because I went to set this up, and I was like, oh, well, we don't have a Rainbow one. Let me just keep restarting until I actually have one. Right? Because I am just solely focusing on Rainbow God Vegeta here. Right? I've already gotten quite a bit of experience with him at 55%. And, like, trying with, like, a dupe or whatever would be nice and all, but that's not what I'm trying to do here. So I think I might actually have to cut away again, because for whatever reason, there's just, like, no Rainbow God Vegetas on my friends list right now. I don't get what's going on. Yeah, like, again, it's just getting worse and worse, dude. This is so annoying. Alright, well, I guess I'll, let me cut away, and I'll be back whenever I have, an actual Rainbow God Vegeta, unless I can get one right here. Let's see. Okay, there they all are. I was gonna say, we gotta... surely there's gotta be some on here. Alright, now we can actually play this out. That's huge. Honestly... well... I wonder about trying Miro out. Like, Miro Toamira as a rotation. It might be possible in this fight. Because obviously I've, had Pan be my slot 1 consistently, but, Miro gets to a pretty decent level of defense. I do wonder if we could actually get him to look very nice here. I'm going to try this. I don't know if this is... it's probably a bad idea, honestly. Right? But I'm actually really curious to see what happens here. So we're just going to play it out with... okay, well, we definitely... yeah. We want to dodge, buddy. We really want to dodge. Okay, huge. Because, in base, obviously, his phase resets. It's specifically when attacking, right? It's when he transforms, or the absorption happens, however you want to phrase it, that it becomes when receiving an attack. He got 2 supers for us. We were able to get, what, 2.5 health bars already? And then Toamira, obviously, they have a lot of supers they could do. How many, obviously, too, but, because, they could do a max of 4 in slot 2, right? But the hidden potential I do think you want a lot of hidden potential in them, but you know, and I have 11. Okay, so we do get the hidden potential, but just a moment. But still, I feel like they are going to benefit a lot, excuse me, from dodge too. But nearly 3 health bars left, right? In total, about 5 health bars. Pretty good start. But the issue is, if Gamma 2 supers me immediately, I'm just dead. And there's nothing I can do about that. Like, there's just nothing whatsoever. And I feel like that's what he's going to do. Right? Even a Rainbow God Vegeta, I mean, maybe if we had one of the Trunkses on last rotation, the SA phase support, but, you know, 90% damage reduction sounds like a lot, but Gamma 2 does a decent super. But mainly, yeah, we took 1.5 mil. The main thing is with him is he is both super class, right? So extreme class units do more to super class and vice versa. Super do more to extreme. And then AGL, right? God Vegeta, we do not have guard on him, right? So he does really suffer from type disadvantage bosses. And just a super AGL boss, it's just going to destroy him nonstop. Still, I did want to try this out. Right, I think it is going to be possible for this to work. It's just I'm going to need to actually get lucky. Speaking of luck, you know what? Let's risk it. Alright? There's nothing really better I could do here. We just want to try and get as much damage as possible this turn. The thing is, yeah, I'm gonna have to flip pan. It's the best thing I could do, but see, because Toa Mira are gonna be over here. You know, they're in slot 7 right now. That's gonna be really annoying to sort of work with, but I'm gonna have to. But yeah, I think you really, in order to have like the best possible chance, you're gonna really want God Vegeta to be on your first rotation, and he's still taking 100k from that super. Gamma 2 does like no damage practically at the start of it, right? Now, to be fair, we don't have any SAK support right now, obviously, and God Vegeta benefits just so much from that, right? And it looked like the friend had the special sort of equips for God Vegeta, but not like Whis ones. Obviously, the Whis ones just add so much more value, but still, the special equip's very nice. And see, he's actually doing quite a bit of damage here. Provided, now we're not going to kill this turn or anything, but provided Mira actually gives me a good turn, we could actually be set up. Okay, we got 2 supers, and let's see, do we get the hidden potential as well? No, we didn't. In fact, that could have been the hidden potential, I suppose, but either way, not enough damage. See, again here, this is just like very unfortunate. The best thing I'm going to be able to do... Well, actually, no. AGL Trunks. Now, we are missing 20% dodge. We're missing the 250 stats. Phase 1. Right? It doesn't actually show you until, like, the turn. It is a Phase 1 buff, but it doesn't actually, like, kick in until the last key sphere is collected. So, essentially, my options here are AGL Trunks, who will have 55% dodge versus a super, and 25% versus normals. Or Demigra, who's going to have... it's actually... Yeah, 46% dodge, just no matter what. Plus his hidden potential build, which I have full dodge on. I think it's probably best to put him slot 1 here. Not great, necessarily, but just the best thing I could do. I would like to get some healing just to be safe. That would be nice. I should go for key for this guy, though, to try and kill. I mean, I'd rather... 2 attacks already is very risky. If he's taking, like, another 3, I feel like it's just, like, guaranteed loss. But we'll see. Yeah, okay, well... We didn't even dodge one. See, that's the thing. Pan, obviously, she... You know, it's only a 170 lead, which isn't the best, of course. And, you know, she's... What was it, 2023? She easy A'd? Right? It's been quite a while. I think it was the 2023 batch that she easy A'd with. So she is, like, really, really old at this point.
All right, let's do this.
Right? Somehow, though, I mean, her 70% dodge, and to be fair, I do have it's like 21 hit a potential dodge on her. She has worked pretty effectively. But when I'm not getting her on the actual other rotation, and I keep getting her and God Vegeta together, I'm going to be running into issues. Right? So we'll see. Hopefully here I can actually find a Rainbow God Vegeta again. Is that allowed? Okay, I just had to complain, I guess. Okay, well... That's an interesting build. I feel like you'd want as much raw defense from this guy as possible. I don't think... I honestly... As someone who really likes additional... I mean, he already has, like, so many additionals. So, 25 additional, that's a 50% chance to proc per attack he's already doing. He has, what, 4 attacks he can do baseline? I feel like that's a little much. I feel like even if you are going for an offensive build, you probably really want to lean more so towards crit, but I don't know. We'll see. This is just not going the best, unfortunately, here. This might be able to win, but again, I'm going to be, like, really reliant upon... Well... I actually... Nah, there's no way. I know the super isn't worth, like, that much, but... I don't think Toamira could tank this. I could be wrong, I don't think they could tank this turn specifically. Like, if they had some stacks in, sure. But we don't. Yeah, okay, well... See, they would have been fine versus the normals, I guess, but I think we were just dead versus the super. Demigro was the best option, but not exactly a great one. Okay, this one we have a lot of defensive quits. And... Okay, man. Dude, what is happening here? Why can't I get Pan on the other rotation, dude? This is some bullshit. It really is. Okay, what I'm gonna have to do here, which kind of sucks, I'm sort of forced to take it, quote-unquote, take advantage of Demigro's Giant Force to turn 3, if I get to turn 3, because I need to get Mira on the other rotation. That needs to happen, so, you know, unfortunate, but it is what it is. Now, that being said, though, we actually did receive a super, although, to be fair, we did not get the STR Key Sphere, because his ability is really annoying, right? I don't like how he gets the Rainbow Key Sphere added onto it, and the Rainbow Key Sphere, like, changing when he transforms specifically. It's just... I don't know, maybe I'm, like, the only person who's had this issue with him, but I feel like every time I'm using this guy, damn it, I'm just, like, having issues getting STR Key Spheres. It's very annoying. Because that really holds back his damage, because we don't have to, you know, disable enemy guard. Which, you know, versus an AGL, the super AGL boss, would be very, very helpful. But, we do have Demigra and Mira here. Provided, and that we really want crits. Provided they have a good turn, we could still kill here. No, wait, never mind. If I had the STR Key Sphere, I think I would have, but I don't think Mira can do it now. Even if he triple supers, he won't, which he didn't. And again, same issue here. Dude, this is just crazy. Oh, well. Okay. That's surprising. I mean, sure. Hopefully this works. The only way we could die is if they take enough from the normal, but I think they should be fine. Relatively fine, I mean. 413,000 is not great from a normal, but they don't have any stacks yet, and this is Gamatu with his attack buff. Now we don't have the two additionals, not slot 2 / slot 3, but we still have the 2 supers guaranteed, and that really boosts their defense. What I need AGL Trunks to do here is kill. Okay. Really? At least dodge the super. Dude. Seriously. No crit on super, no hidden potential additional super. No dodge, just fail everything that can be failed, huh? That's what we're doing here? See, I could have finally... God damn it, dude. I could have actually gotten to Gamma 1 finally. That could have been it. That could have been the run. The game just said, no, not allowed though, I guess. Okay, well, this could be very effective though, because I actually do have Pan here finally. So, provided she actually gets her dodges this turn. Toa and Mira, as well as AGL Trunks. I mean, we could have a lot of SA-based support for next turn, for God Vegeta. Right, now dude. Yep, okay, well. Listen, she truly is dodge or die. And again, I'm honestly surprised at how effective she's been, considering the fact that she is truly dodge or die. But she's truly dodge or die. I guess, like, I've had, like, a couple of times. I forget what fight it even was. It might have honestly been this one. Where, like, post-super, if she's already done, like, a couple of dodges, she's been able to live, not tank, live a normal. But, like, that's the extent of it. Because she does get dodge for every attack received within the turn. It's 70%. So, I mean, it can really add up, but, again, she just doesn't have very high stats. Because they, for whatever reason... Well, let me rephrase that. Again, we know why. It's because, they wanted to be knuckleheads, and, which, by the way, I've said we know why and exactly why several times in videos and such, but that doesn't mean I agree with it. I think it's stupid, it sucks, it's annoying, but it's very clear that they did the power creep that they did with GDC, and then again with, the Artificial Life Form Red Zone fights, just to really, like, stomp Tech Vegito and STR Beast Gohan into the ground. They're like, no, we don't want that shit. It's like, okay, well, why'd you make them as strong as you did then? And, it is what it is, unfortunately. Okay, well, this could actually be a good one if I can get some STR Key Spheres. Please. Oh my god, dude. This is so annoying. God, this happens so often, dude. I can never get the STR Key Spheres. Bruh. Genuinely so fucking annoying. Because it is just like, his damage, he just does significantly less. He already has pretty low stats comparatively to other major LRs we've had recently. Right? I mean, look at Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku, right? Look at Majin Vegeta Super Saiyan 2 Goku, right? In fact, I honestly... I feel like the only LR we've had recently that this guy does more damage than I mean, it's probably just like Super Saiyan 3 Diamond Vegeta. Because of the fact that this guy has crit, Diamond Vegeta practically doesn't, because that ability is like bugged to where it can only activate like every other turn or however exactly it works, right? It is something like that, and which, well, I say bug, but Dokkan's like, no, it's functioning as intended. I remember that being like a big thing with 11th anniversary. Not like too major, but I saw a lot of people talking about it. But yeah, so I mean, he effectively practically never crits unless you have him Rainbow and pull like a full crit build or something. Okay, and speaking of crits, we're not doing it. We're still not doing it. Hidden potential normal. Dude. At least this is a bit better because we have Pan over there, but again, just like a really awful luck, unfortunately. And also, there's just like 8 million attacks on slot 1. I feel like I'm gonna just like not have, well, okay. I mean, literally the first attack. Okay, what's going on, Pan? Pan, can you, like... Hello?
Let's do this.
Dude, I swear, she has been, like, really effective for me. She really has been. Like, what is happening here? She's literally failing every single dodge now.
Let's do this.
I mean, listen, my dodge luck, I didn't like the idea of having to run Pan for these, but she's been very effective, so I'm very surprised that she's just, like, frauding out nonstop right now. Oh my god, bro. Like, these rotations, dude. What are we doing here, Dokkan? What are we doing? I feel like the best thing I could honestly do is to keep AGL Trunks slot 1. I mean, he does have the extra... He still has a 60% damage reduction, even though we don't have the dodge and the stats. Yeah, see, I don't think if this... And you can see how that really affects his attack stat. We're doing... Although we got the hidden potential additional super, surprisingly. But we're just, like, doing no damage now. But that was the best thing they could do there, because clearly Demigra trying him in slot 1 has not been an effective strategy whatsoever. And then Physical Trunks did not get his hidden potential, but we still have 60% SA phase support for next turn. And of course, I mean, 60% is quite a lot. I don't think it'll be enough here, though, honestly. Because, again, like, I know we have 90% damage reduction, and I hope I'm wrong. I hope he actually can, but, a super AGL boss, it's really just a lot for God Vegeta to handle. Very unfortunately. But we'll see. Maybe he can work pretty effectively here. And he's out 1,018,000. Once again, I mean, that's a very high defense stat, but it's just like, because this guy's a super AGL boss, he just does like so much extra damage. I think it's like around like a 13-ish, 14-ish mil super that he's doing, but he just does like so much extra to God Vegeta because super AGL attacking extreme strength. But we'll see here. Maybe we could like just barely live. Yeah, no, it doesn't. It's not that big of a difference. I mean, what did we take before, like 1.5 or something? Because I actually, I do the calcs for units, but I don't, calculate exact what they take from X, super and such, right? But so I don't know the exact percentages it is, but I know it is a very considerable amount of extra damage you're taking when you are, like, double disadvantage, as God Vegeta is in this fight. Again, I don't know how much it is, though. I think it might be, like, 30 or, like, 40% extra damage or something. I could be wrong about that, but it is a very substantial amount. So that really sucks. I'm gonna have to try and look into that. That might be something good to like try and just remember, especially if we have a character like God Vegeta, where very, very high damage reduction. He can look very insane versus physical bosses, but you know, an AGL boss is getting absolutely destroyed, like nonstop, right? So that would actually be something good to try and know the exact values of, I suppose. Again, because I know it is a pretty considerable increase, but I don't actually know like the exact numerical increase. But we'll see. This could actually... I know I've said this quite a bit here, but this could be a good one. Could be a good one. Of course, the game doesn't actually like to allow any of them to be good ones, but hey, I mean, we have the SFA support here. Yep. Okay. Well, swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. Dude, I mean, God Vegeta, it's not like he's... I don't know, because the thing is, like, I'm really trying to focus on him, but I do also want to look at, like, AGL Toa Mira. But he hasn't been hit, like, the most, right? It's mainly, like, Pan that's losing for us, but I feel like he's died enough to really get the point across here. That even at Rainbow, even with the SFA support, Super AGL, it is just, like, way, way, way too difficult for him to overcome. Maybe if you're running, like, double God Vegeta, right, you have the extra HP, and, you know, the extra stats don't make, like, that big of a difference, but, like, you know, you have the extra stats, and you have, like, the full Whis defense equip sort of hidden potential build for him. You know, he's Rainbow, and you have 80% SA face support, and, you know, maybe he, like, just barely lives that turn to Gamatu Super, but, you know, it genuinely would take something like that to just barely live. He would need a lot of support, and a lot of extra stats, and unfortunately, I can just not actually get that up here. Which really sucks because, again, I was really interested to see, you know, if I could actually get like a rotation of like Mira and Toa Mira like going. Right? Because I haven't actually gotten a chance to really test out like how capable Mira can be. If, you know, I obviously have to get good luck with the supers, but, you know, versus some big supers, right? Because, you know, he does have a lot of defense, and I feel like if you get a lot of stacks and this can be a longer fight, he could look pretty effective, but unfortunately, you know, I can't even get another Rainbow God Vegeta. See, this is exactly what I was going through before I initially started it. Just reset, and, like, I can't actually get one to pop up, and like I get 90%, like that's not that far off from Rainbow, but still I do want to use Rainbow specifically because I did use 55% specifically the entire way before initially, and I don't, you know, I just want to sort of, like, if I'm not using him at the max capability that I can, and then I'm like, okay, well, you know, he just sucks now because I'm supposed to be looking at him at his max ability that I can, right? So I don't know, bro. Seriously? Dude, I just can't get him. God Vegeta, please. Where are you? He is just, like, not popping up here. And again, even when he is, I'm, like, not able to actually... I'm not able to win. Right? This fight, it's just, like, not the best. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, my opinion of God Vegeta is still considerably higher than before, but, you know, again, a Super AGL boss, I mean, even AGL bosses would really, like, demolish him, but a Super AGL boss especially, he just has way, way too hard of a time for me to, I mean, it really sucks, right? And especially, you know, we have, I will jump into Cell Max as well. Yeah, okay, let me I'll do one more, and then if I don't get another one, I'll just give up. We're gonna jump into Cell Max as well. And oh wait, oops. We didn't want to actually start that. We'll see how that goes. Right, I was actually able to get pretty considerably far one of my runs in there with the initial sort of comp that I was running, which I suppose was just this with less dupes, essentially. Yeah, I'm just giving up. But I don't. It's just a really tough fight. But I am really curious to see like how big of a difference like it is for God Vegeta and his tanking versus the AoE supers now. So we'll have to see. But I guess I'm just gonna wrap this one up here. Again, just getting stun locked like Amatu. I know there's a lot of bad luck that went into this one, but even with a lot of good luck, because again, we had that turn where he was at 1,000,000 start of turn defense. 90% damage reduction. It sounds like a lot, it really does. But you just have to consider that bosses just do so much damage nowadays. They really do, right? And, a 90% damage reduction, right? And let's just call it 1,000,000 flat defense. Let's ignore the sort of clash/type advantage. So if you have 1,000,000 defense, and you have 90% damage reduction, you could double-digit tank a 10 mil super. The issue with that, though, is, Bio Broly does like a 23.5. The Gammas could build up to like 30 mil, and, a lot of bosses have crit supers, right? Like Cell Max, for example, where the crit cuts through defense. So, high damage reduction bosses, or rather units, and, guard units, combo of high damage reduction guard units are like really, really effective versus bosses because they cut down the supers, right? So it sort of makes up for the crit that the bosses do. But this guy, even 90% damage reduction, he just has such a low defense that it doesn't work the best, or at least it hasn't for crits. But we'll see. So yeah, I can't get another one here, unfortunately. I suppose probably, because I believe this is actually like the friends list is somewhat based off of like friends that are used to like clear the stage or something. I believe that's part of it. And I imagine people probably had a lot of difficulty, so that's probably why I can't find any. Although it is also based off of just like people like running the stage, I think. I don't know. We'll see. I imagine hopefully I'll have a bit better odds finding one versus Cell Max. But either way, we'll wrap this one up here. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care.